Alright. Uh, I don't really got much to talk to you. Alright, so if anyone watches this shit, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Like I told y'all what I said to her, and honestly, I said more sorry shit, because when I texted her after she said you, I said what, and then she texted me like hours later going like, I forgot what she even said. Not because I don't care, it's just more of like, I feel like, no, she said okay, and then I remember I texted like, I was just thinking about you, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like a bitch for that. And then an hour later, since she didn't reply or I was just still on delivery, I'm like, okay, if she doesn't want to talk, I'll just tell her. So I should have texted her going like, hey, if you need space, I'll give you space. Like, I just wanted to check in on you, see how you're doing, because I still love and care about you, which is still dead ass to this. Like, I still love her, I still care about her. Okay, y'all might be going like, oh, it's been like 11 days since the break. Bro, I don't care. Even once it does hit 2 weeks, I'm still gonna be feeling it. I feel like it hurts more because just like, I wanted to tell you, but like every day, like since I want to say Saturday, like 2 days after the whole breakup shit, she started calling me every night. We started texting again, not heavy, but we started texting a little bit. She started sending me hella TikToks. She started calling me a lot, and it felt like maybe I had a chance again. Maybe. Honestly, I thought I did. She would call me often. And the day before we stopped talking, literally, she called me that morning. We talked for like a minute. She called me in the afternoon. I remember I was busy, and I told her, oh, look, I got an application. I was feeling happy that day. I literally got the interview. And I remember she called me later that night. I went for a run, and I said, oh, I gotta take a shower real quick. She would tell me, no, don't take a shower. I'm not saying, but I felt like she really wanted to talk that right then. And it's like, I should have just waited, or I should have just waited until she fell asleep and took that shower late at night or some shit. Because honestly, she wanted to talk. I could tell she wanted to talk, and I just threw it away. I said, oh, let me take a shower real quick. I'll do this. I take a shower. I come back. She doesn't want to call for like another hour and a half. She calls me, and then her Wi-Fi's just been messing. Literally, her Wi-Fi been tripping all week, and it's like every time we call, it just like it ends, and then it's like she calls me for a moment, and she calls me in like an hour and a half later, and we're on call like all night. I remember the call lasted 8 hours. Literally, I woke up, I saw we were still on call. She texted me, doing all that shit. No, she didn't text me. We just got TikToks, and then she texted me in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, can you get me this, and give me that? Can you give me this before school starts? Because I gotta get ready for my glow up. And it's like, she don't need no glow up. She's beautiful the way she is. I'm not saying she shouldn't want to be better. I mean, everyone wants to be better. No, without a doubt. But like, she's beautiful, honestly. And then like later that day, she texted me going like, oh, seeing it. No, I remember I texted her like 4 hours later going like, I miss you. And she said, ew. And I think that's where she really started pushing away, because that's when later, it wasn't later that day, it was the day before, the night before, literally, when she called me for that long ass FaceTime. She told me I was just a streak to her, just a TikTok streak. And it's like, really? I'm just a streak? After showing you all this love, caring for you for this much, and I'm just a streak? Like, at the end of the day, I guess I could just be a streak, could just be a nobody. I don't know. Sometimes, honestly, I feel like sometimes people may feel like nobodies. But in reality, you really are somebody. You may not be somebody to yourself, but you're somebody to someone. Even if you feel like you don't got nothing, there's always a memory of you, at least in someone. They might not reach out to you, or may not even text you, but they're gonna have a memory of you. And when you talk to them, yeah, they may light up, or they may not, but you're still somebody to them. You mean something to them. Could be small, could be big, but you're still somebody. And don't forget that. But I need to listen to my own advice. I just thought of this right now, and I'm like, I don't feel like somebody right now. I don't. But I mean, everyone has their disassociating days and everything. I mean, I'll still stalk her. But I stalk her reposts. I told you about her reposts yesterday. And I woke up this morning. Really, all yesterday, no reposts. But then I woke up this morning. She had a couple. And her reposts are crazy. Not crazy, but like, one of them was saying like, oh, how it feels to finally be over that person, but uninterested in that and everyone and everything. And it's like, if you're over me, like, why? I get it. I tried. Like yesterday, I admit I was a bitch because I texted her an hour later after she didn't respond to my first message of saying like I was thinking about you. I said, hey, if you need space, I'll give you space. I care and love you, so I'll give you space. And then I texted another one going like, if you want to text or call me, just do it. I'll answer. Or if you want to play Roblox, we can. I've been playing it a little bit. Yeah, I've been playing Roblox, but I mean, I never thought to ask her about it. But I mean, I was stalking yesterday, and I saw her likes on the one. Oh, when they say they like talking to you, when they want to stay up to speak to you, and when they want to do this and that. Oh, when they want to play Roblox, I'm like, oh, Roblox would be a good thing. We haven't played it in a long time, and it's like, I admit, there's things I should have said. There's a lot of things I should have said. I should have told her random days ago, like, let's play Roblox, or let's do this, or let's talk. Like, even one of her reposts from like 2 days ago said like, oh, yeah, yes, I'll go to the dentist with you. I'll go anywhere. And it's like, I feel like okay, yeah, sometimes I ask her like to go to places, but she never wants to go. And it's like, but one of the things I thought about was something she mentioned to me, going like, I'll go if you need me to go. And I'm like, well, only go if you really want to. I don't want to force you. And it's like, I should have just told her, yeah, come, I need you there. Not because like I didn't want to put her in an uncomfortable place. It's just, I don't know, I should have just asked her, because she told me she would go before, but then things happened, like she got distant. So I'm like, oh, if she's getting distant, I'm not gonna force her. And then she started seeming interested again, but that was like a week right before. Even for my graduation, she was getting distant. And I told her like, do you want to go? I asked her multiple times, a month ahead, weeks ahead. And literally, even last year in the summer, she told me how she wanted to go where she could get a picture with me. And it's like, I don't know. Literally the day before my graduation, when I told her, I wish I would have gave these tickets to someone else, they would have given me $10. She said like, oh, I'm gonna go, right? I'm like, no, you told me you didn't want to go. And she was saying like, you didn't think about me. And it's like, I thought about you so much. I asked you literally the week ahead, days ahead, and like, you told me no every single time. And it's like, and I told her like, I could get the tickets back, like I really want you to go. And she said, no, don't do it, because that's mean. And it's like, that's mean. I care so. I'm sorry I used her name, but her, I care so much, and I wanted her to go. I wanted her to be at that place. Literally, the whole graduation. It's like, I know people look forward to their family and being there. Yeah, I was happy my family was there, but it's like, I felt like something was missing, and that was her. She was missing. She was genuinely missing. I mean, yeah, she called me that night. She told me how her family thought about me, which is weird. Like, I know her family likes me, or her parental guardians. I don't know about her cousins. She told me her cousins don't like me because of how things happened. I mean, I feel like she doesn't mention enough of what I do. Because I feel like if she really did mention enough of what I do or what I try, her family would go like, look, well, her cousins would go like, look, even though you may be pushing him away, he's still trying his hardest. Or even if they can't see it either, and I feel like maybe it's not it. I feel like her parental guardians see it though. Because like, I always have a good conversation with them. They always talk to me good. They even mention me sometimes, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I know this. I didn't even mean to make this that long, but honestly, yesterday I texted her like when I texted that big thing, she texted me like 3 hours later, or I think it was 4, and she texted me going like, she go like, what are you doing? And it's like, what do you mean, what am I doing? And she texted going like, what are you doing? Don't try winning me again. And try to win me again. And I'm like, and it's like, I really want to win you again. I really do. I would trade anything for it. Trade anything. And I feel like there's a lot of things that people love. They do. But something I figured out that makes more sense to me now about how she acts is she's an avoidant. I never knew what the hell that was until I started to repost 2 days ago, and 3 days ago, and she reposted something like, oh, I'm an avoidant, I always ruin relationships, even when they're good for me, I ruin them. And then she has a lot of saying like, oh, I ruined this talking stage, I ruined this, I ruined that, I ruined everything. And it's like, as much, and like I said, even like a month ago, she reposted something on her account going like, oh, when they try, if you see me with a man, just know he survived my 100 attempts to push him away. And it's like, I'm really staying for you. I'm staying everything for you. I'm staying for you every day. I'm doing my best for you. And I stayed through it all, even when pushing me away, even when you liked other people. Yeah, you didn't see them in person, yeah, but you liked other people from far away. That's still liking someone else. And when I asked you about me, I don't know. And it's like, avoidance, which I gotta say, if y'all ever deal with avoidance, keep yourself at an arm's length at all time, maybe even 2 arms length. You gotta be like this. I don't know, like, because I let myself get closer and closer and closer. And I went from arm's length to basically I'm right here on her. And it's like, avoidance, I've learned so much within the 2 days. Like, yeah, I know they say social media kills or whatever. I don't think social media kills. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. But I've been on TikTok a lot more, and I don't like being on TikTok. But it's just like, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to watch. I have nothing to do. And I've been on TikTok, and I see a video. Like, I saw her avoidant, and then out of nowhere, I got recommended one of them, and they started talking. And when they said about what avoidant do, that's literally what she does. It seems like whenever I get too close, she backs up. Once I start letting myself in, once I get it, once I start letting myself in, she backs up. And it's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm not saying like, I know they said a lot of avoidants who were in the comments or something said like, it took me getting therapy, took me doing this because shit that goes on with your life in your childhood. And I know she had a rough childhood. I mean, I did too, but mine wasn't as rough as hers. All I had was being poor, and then just having like a rough kind of family. But hers, she was poor as well. I don't know how poor. She said she was poor, but from how it sounded, it didn't sound that bad. I'm not saying it wasn't bad, but I mean like, to how her life is now, I'm not saying it's horrible, it's amazing, but her family has a lot more money and they could get her whatever she wants. And I mean, sometimes they're a bitch to her. I'm not gonna deny that. She told me some things that they did, which I don't think they'll ever watch this, but if they do, you a bitch for real. I mean, yeah, you do a lot, but you a bitch for sometimes how you act. But I don't know. I'm not trying to put her shit out there, but what can you do? She's avoidant, and she knows that now because she has a lot of posts, and like a lot of her posts been going like, oh, when I get over it, or one is like when I have a great personality but I don't have the looks. Like literally, you have an amazing personality and you have the looks, and it's like I'm not trying to comment on like how her physically appearance, because she told me all the time a lot of guys who like her only like her for these, because I will admit she has like a bigger chest, but it's like I literally didn't care about that. I never cared about that. Like in my opinion, I was never a guy who was for chest. I was always about, the backside, and it's like not until her, that's when I like chest. I'm not saying like I liked it once I dated her. No, I mean like not until I started falling more and more in love with her. That's when I started going like, maybe I do like this. And I'm not saying like, and I'm not like all these other niggas just trying to crack. I'm being so serious with y'all. Me and her never did nothing. Like of that like the first time we did it. I'm not saying I did something with her, but I'm just gonna say like we never did anything like even sexual, like anything slightly sexual, until like maybe a year and a quarter later after we did it. Every time we talked, like it literally took almost a full year before we even had our first kiss. Yeah, I mean I should have been kissed her. I should have been hugged her, but it just like I was scared to make her feel uncomfortable, because like a lot of things I do, I feel like it makes her uncomfortable. That's why I hate avoidance. I hate how they act sometimes, because like now that I know more, it's like okay, now I can process and see how I can be with her. But it's like at the time, whenever I would try and get closer, be with her, it seems like she didn't want it, because avoidance, when they feel too much love, they have to back up. They get scared. And it makes sense now. Whenever I would compliment her, she would say ew. Or when I tell her I love her or that I like her, she would get worried and go like, no you don't. You never loved me, or all this. It's because she's scared for that close contact. She wants to keep you like this far. And it's like, I'm trying to be this close. I show her all the love, and she knows it. She knows it too. On my yearbook, she says, you literally do everything for me. I hope we never become distant and all that. But she's making the distance right now. Yes, I fuck up one time. I'm not saying I fucked up only one time, but I was building something with her, and I think it was heading in the right spot, but then her last day of school, I fucked up. I fucked up. Like I said, I got embarrassed. But, you know what? I fucked up, and I owned up to it. I literally owned up to it, and I told her, I'm sorry. This is what I thought, and this is what I was feeling. And you made it really seem like you didn't want it. So I didn't do it. And she got all pressed about it. And I'm not trying to throw no shade to her, throw nothing to her. I fully love her. I still would. If I could redo that day, I would redo it and do it better. But the things about avoidance is, even though you could do a lot of shit for them, do the best you can for them, once you fuck up one time, they pull the fuck back. They pull all the way back, because they get scared of you leaving. They get scared of you not treating them right. You get scared. And it's like, I had to learn that. I learned that today specifically. And it's like, really? I treated you so well. I've been treating you well even when we were separated, even when you didn't even want to fuck with me. I still treated you really well. I still gave you that boyfriend material every time. And it's like, when I start doing my own shit, that's when she comes back to me. But when she starts doing her own shit and I start chasing, she gets further. So it's like, And that's the thing about avoidance. When you try getting closer, they get further. But when you pull back, they get closer because they still care about you. And it's like, what's the point of me being here with you if I try to get close and you want to let go? I don't know. I mean, for me, yeah, it's stupid, but it's like, I think about something that she told me like maybe a month or two. She says, I remember we were talking and I said, oh, my teacher knows how we are. And she says, oh, your teacher knows we're on and off. We're on and off. Not just saying it's because of her. Yeah, I fucked up, which means we went off. I admit, and that's why we were off after November. But like, we turn back on sometimes because I try help. I try. And then we turn back off because she wants to leave. Yeah, I fuck up. Sometimes I get mad. Yeah. But I've been correcting that. I've been making sure I don't blame her no more. Really, on the day I fucked up, even though it was her words that made me go like, oh, she doesn't want to. I'm like, instead of making it me versus her, like a lot of times she says, I always make the problem seem like it's her, or I argue with her. I've been literally for the past couple of months, I've been trying to not argue with her anytime. Whenever she tells me something, I say, okay, yeah, you're right. Or she explains something, I go like, yeah, you're right. Even though sometimes when it's not even my fault, yeah, I mean, sometimes as a guy, you should take the bullet. But I feel like that's sometimes, or most times, not every time. But every time it's an argument, I have to take a bullet. And it's like, okay, I tried talking it out, and that's something I realized. Another thing that I realized is, I guess I'm an anxious attachment, or maybe I'm not, I don't know. I'm not gonna diagnose myself. But when I see those videos going like, oh, about anxious attachments and avoidance, how they're perfect, and I'm like, they're not perfect, bro. Okay, yeah, the anxious might stay really long, but like, that's just hurting the anxious. The avoidant, yeah, they're hurt, but like, it talks about the avoidant, how if you do one thing, they back up, and that's what she did. Even when she was calling me and telling me about things I should have been doing, I told her like straight up, like, I'm not trying to blame you, but this is what you said, and this is how I took it. I'm not trying to put any blame on you. I'm just saying, like, this is how I responded. I explained myself. I told her I'm not blaming her, and I made it sure that she knew. And I was telling her simply what my mind was thinking. And she went like, nope. And I made sure to tell her or call multiple times, I'm not blaming you. It's just, this is what I was feeling. This is what I was thinking. And what I hate about avoidance is they don't use logic. They go off of what you physically do. And I know she's for sure avoidant because when she, at the end of that day, she said, today proved enough to me. You did everything. And it's like, me, for months trying, constantly showing you physical affirmation, and I don't text well. I really suck at texting, which I want to improve on. But I text her too. I call her too. And it's like, I might not be the best texter, but physically, I show you the best I can. I'm not going to lie. I suck as a lover. I'm probably a bad boyfriend. I will admit that every time. I'm a bad boyfriend. But do I try changing? Yes. A lot of times I change. And I change for the better. I know when I change. Not saying like, oh, I changed a little bit. Within these 3 months, I've been working on myself a lot. I make sure to not argue with her no more. I make sure to tell her that she's right. I make sure to calm myself. And when I get mad, all I do is get silent. And she doesn't like that. And it's like, what else would you want me to do? Would you want me to lash out? Or would you want me to be quiet? And I'm not saying I lashed out before, but sometimes I would say something stupid. Or I might say be loud. And it's like, yeah, I'm sorry for that. But back on the topic of today. I told her last night, after she told me what was I doing, I said, I literally text her, go like, listen, I'm not trying to win you back. If you, yes, I will want you. Yes, I will want to be with you again. I want to fix us, but if you want space, I'll give you that. Just I care and love you. And I think the second text message was like, I remember I said two, and I think the second one was like, I was like, I just care about you, and I just want to check in with how you're feeling, and I'm detaching. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to go like, oh, I don't fuck with you no more. I told her like straight up, I'm not gonna try and win you over no more. If you wanna, yes, I still love you and care about you, and yes, I would want us, but I'm not gonna pressure you. And I think she took that to heart because no text messages since then, none, nothing. I know she has her phone. I mean, I was stalking TikTok and all day, no reposts or nothing. But this morning, I told y'all some of the reposts about being over them or liking, and then one of them said like, oh, being the person he always comes back to, but not the one he stays for. And it's like, literally, within it's 6 and 5 months, it will be a whole year of me staying ever since she told me she doesn't want to be with me no more because of my mess up. And if you count in 6 months, it will be in 6 months from now when she told me, I don't love you anymore. I don't care about you, and I feel better without you. Even like a month ago, she told me, I feel better without you. Isn't that good? And it's like, really? You feel better without me? Okay. Yeah, that hurts. Of course, when she tells me I don't love you no more. Last time she told me she even loves me with her voice was literally next month, and that would be in a year. And I have that voice audio. I'm so glad I saved it. Because like, I don't listen to it often. I used to listen to it often when we first broke apart. And now it's like, I don't listen to it that often because it's like, that's just gonna make me sad. Because I remember one night, the night that she literally sent me that was when she got mad with me. And she ended the call, blocked me, and I went to bed. And she texted me later that day at 3 a.m. going like, I'm sorry for how I was feeling, I'm sorry for how I was acting. And she literally sends me a voice audio going like, I'm sorry, I care about you and I love you. And I know sometimes I may get mad, and if I get mad, you could punch me, and then I'll punch you harder. And like, it's all joking, but she was apologizing, and it's like, it feels good about that, you know? But then, this morning, I got a couple of TikToks from her, and it's like, yesterday she said no TikToks, literally only in the morning, in the very AM, like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. she sent TikToks yesterday. But this morning she was sending them at 8, sometime from 8 all the way to like 10. She sent like 9 TikToks. No, and then I replied to them all. Then like 10 minutes later, after me replying, she sent another TikTok. None of them was relationship-wise, but they were all like kind of funny or goofy. I don't know. Damn, this video is gonna be 30 minutes like the other one. I didn't mean to make it this long, but I feel like I might just cut this one off for the day because it's about to hit 29. Yeah, so I'll tell you later more if it comes down to it. See you. Alright, I ain't trying to add too much, y'all. So basically, let me tell y'all. Whole day, no text messages, not one, not a call, not a text. But she sent a hella TikToks. Hella. She sent me a product link, which she knows I will get it for her. Maybe I shouldn't. I know. I mean, depends. If I get this job tomorrow, I'll get it for her birthday. But I don't know. I hate avoidance. Because like, bro, my TikTok feed is filled with all avoidant content. All tell me about avoidance, all this and that. And it's like, yeah, I hate it. Cause, baby, why you trying to push me away? And like, and what sucks is I never really called her nicknames. I never called her baby. I never called her my love. Like, only time I did was in letters. And it's like, I didn't write her a letter every day. I wrote her a letter very little because I don't have good handwriting. I know she don't like my handwriting, but I still try giving her shit to make her know that I love her. You feel me? But all day I've been whenever I go on TikTok, see just a couple. Each one is going, oh, avoiding that, avoiding this, avoiding all that. And I was like, oh, I don't want to hear it no more. Not like I don't care. I care immensely. That's the difference. The difference is I don't want to hear it. I already know she pushing me away. She hitting me with like, basically, she trying to pump fake me. She hit me with the, before she shoots that shit. And it's like, bruh, shoot me a text. Shoot me a call. That's why I want you to shoot. Don't shoot a motherfucking air ball. These air balls are like those TikToks. Because no contact, right? No contact, right? Really, yesterday, no messages from me, really, other than me texting her. I'm still undelivered. I mean, I don't have her receipts on no more, which I really want her to turn back on, because that shit pisses me the fuck off. But, you know, maybe she feels too much love, so she wants to back up. And I mean, I get it. You're avoidant. You want to back up off of love. But it's like, when I'm here, and like all the avoidant shit says like, oh, if you show them you're loving and you understand them. Really, on the last day, she says, you don't understand me. I do understand you. Just the only reason I backed off was because you put it on someone who I don't think you would mess around with. When you put it on something that I think you're dead serious about, I'm gonna back up. If you never put it on that thing that you said, I would have never, I would have kept it. Would have kept on trying. But once you put it on that thing, I was like, oh, I fucked up really bad. In my mind, I was like, damn, I fucked up. There's no way out of this. Like, just like Solomon, there's no way out of this. And it's like, if she sees this in the future, listen, please, I'm sorry. Do not get mad about this. I'm really serious. Please don't get mad about this. But it's like, I don't know. I hope future me and her is doing better. Or if it's not me and her, I hope future me is doing better by myself. That's about myself, because in reality, if I look back on this, it's going to be like in a year from now. And if it is in a year from now, I hope I still kept my promise to myself to stay solo for a year. Because honestly, I don't think I'm good for relationships right now. Like, the only person I would give a relationship would be her. And like, even with her push and pull, I still love her to death. And I mean it. I would still give her the world if I could. If I had all the money in the world, she would get the house she wants. She would get things, the vantage things she wants. The Dubai chocolate she wants. Anything. The Sony Angels, bet you would have an H1. Oh, if they're all random, bet I'll give you 30 of each one. Even if you have to keep on opening until you get the super rare or whichever. I'll get you oh, you want a phone case? Boom, phone case. Anyone. You can have a phone case for each day of the year if you need to. Oh, you want a walk-in closet? Boom, I'll get that. Like, I mean it. I would literally give her the world if I could. And I mean that from my heart. But like, in reality, all the avoidance shit is like, trust me. Maybe she realizes that I do stay, but all of her reposts are saying like, oh, when you're over him, or when he only comes back but he doesn't want to stay with you. And it's like, listen, I want to stay with you. I literally told her so many times, like, I love you, I care about you, I want to be with you. Literally, any other girl you put me with. Like, even though she may name a couple girls that she could have, that for one of them, I felt like she shouldn't have even named, because one of them was literally talking with me, and she got jealous off of that when we were, I guess, taking a break, or I don't even know if it was a break, because she never officially came back to me. And it's like, but there is something I did see on TikTok that made me think. When an avoidant backs off of you, they want to be the ones who you ask out. And I mean, I could see, because she asked me. She didn't really ask me to out. She was more of like, last year in July, she was more of like, I like you still, I miss you. And I told her, let's work towards something. And it kind of fed her ego, right? But from like the video going like, I think if you're a guy and then she's a girl, she wants you to ask him and basically go like, because, and my hypothesis, he was saying like, if it doesn't work out or if they leave you alone, they want to go like, you asked for this, I didn't want the relationship, you did. And it's like, kind of makes sense though. It kind of makes sense. It really does. But it's like, well, I asked because it seemed mutual. Like I haven't asked anything since back in maybe November, early October. Because when I did ask her something, like, to technically be my girl, she denied it, straight up. I wanted to hang out with her and ask her, but she didn't want to go nowhere. So I'm like, okay, fine. If you don't want to, at least where I can try and give you a better place to ask you, I guess I really have to just do it at school. Like, a lot of times that I given her stuff, it was at school, which sucks. Because, like, you told me how when I first asked you, you don't want it to be like at a meet or something. And it's like, I want to do something special, even though I don't have money or a car to take you out to a fancy restaurant or any. I would at least want to take you out where I can go here. Like, even for the last thing I gave her, I got her fake roses, like someone made, handmade. I got written her 10-page note, Sony Angel, makeup. I got her all this, and it's like, I asked her multiple times, let's go to Wingstop, let's go to Wingstop, let's go to Wingstop, where I can give it to her. She didn't want to go. So it's like, okay, fuck it, I'll give it to you after school. And the very next day, she tells me, I remember, that was my last day at school. And the very next day, she asked me to see her. She wants to skip her 6th period and she wants to see me. I see her. I hang out with her. She's going like, oh, let's go to Wingstop next week. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Comes next week, like 2 days before. She hits me with like, I didn't know we were going, but you asked me. You invited me. I was going to pay, but you invited me. And it's like, okay, I see where you stand. You don't want me. Okay. Because she, clearly, if you want to invite me and you want to tell me. And she said, oh, I was probably joking. Really? You were joking? When in that conversation, we talked about it for like 2-3 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'll see you after school then. And it's like, and she told me how she was going to hang out with her friend instead. And it's like, okay, if you're really going to hang out with your friend instead, okay, go do that. But at least give me a couple days up. Don't give it to me when I mention it. Like, literally, I mention it. Go like, oh, so we're still getting Wingstop. No, I don't even think I asked that. She talked to me, and I'm like, oh, so, yeah. I said something, and I'm like, okay, something about Wingstop. And she was like, Wingstop? I'm like, what do you mean? You literally said, let's go get it. And I said, okay, let's go. I don't know. But I've been getting hella TikToks from her. I got 9 from her, like around 6-ish. I left it undelivered for like an hour. Then I responded to them. But it's like, none of them are like relationship-wise, which sucks because before she used to send me relationship ones, or not really. And it's like, some of them, like a lot of them are brain rot, which is like, okay, I see jokes. But then I look on her repost on her side account, and it's like, one of it says, oh, the Bitmoji. Nigga, if you're back on Snap, I'm fucking done with you. I mean it with my full heart, because she told me when she gets a boyfriend, she gonna be off Snap. And that was like back before we weren't talking anymore. And it's like, Snap really been grinding my gears because he liked 2 niggas off of it, and you really chose him over me, the person you see every day. But I don't know. And then something about boys needing to wear pants again, and then something about like her not being pretty enough. And it's like, all right, I don't know. that's my thoughts. But I'll see y'all tomorrow.